Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am once again going through r/antiMLM today as per usual. I hope you guys all had a very nice and safe Halloween. I know at this point it's been at least a week or two. I was planning on getting this video up a lot earlier than how it is, but well, there were a lot of things that came up. And my subscribers know that I have a very interesting uploading schedule anyways, so besides all of that, let's just get right into the video. Update/more. It works Hun downline leaving. And it is 9 slides, so this might be a long one, so strap in everybody. Yesterday and today have been hard. So hard. I've been struggling to find the right words to say, the right post, the right anything, and honestly, I'm just more speechless than I've ever been. And this might be a really long post, lol, so sorry. It's hard to explain to people who don't do network marketing because it might seem dramatic, but if you get it, then you get it. What I thought was my worst nightmare, business-wise, happened. So much worse than I could have imagined. People left. So many people all at once. Not just 1 or 2 or 3, so many, and so many of my key people, leaders, best friends, people who have been in for a long time. I wrongfully always thought that these people would always be here. They'd never leave. The team would just keep expanding and never shrink. I was so naive, lol. The reason I'm sharing this isn't to be negative. There isn't a single angry bone in my body. But it's important for a few reasons. 1, because I love them all to death and want to be their biggest cheerleader always. I love people for them, not just because they're in my business. I want people to see that I don't sign people just for the sake of signing them and making money. I don't make money unless my team does, and that starts with me caring and loving them. That doesn't stop when they leave. 2, I also don't just say that this company is the best ever and that I'm in this for life just because I want to make money now and who knows about the future. I say that because I mean it. This company is my home. The products are my obsession. The income changed my life. This company changed my life. Is it hard sometimes to run a business and be your own boss? Yes. Is it hard when people quit? Yes. Especially when some of your closest long-term people quit. It hurts bad. It sounds dramatic and might be egged on by pregnancy hormones, but yesterday I literally cried the entire day until I passed out last night because my eyes... What? Yesterday I literally cried the entire day until I passed out last night because my eyes were so hurt and puffy I couldn't keep them open. Oh my god. That is horrifying. This is just no kind of business should ever put somebody under this amount of stress, especially when they're literally pregnant. That is so scary. God, I hope that she's okay. Is it hard now having to step up and lead people with not nearly as much help? Yes. Is it terrifying to have that much pressure? Yes. Again, the kind of pressure that MLMs put on people, especially when something like this happens where your key members of your team leave, is just insane. And it just shows, really it does, just how destructive mentally, and I guess in this case physically, MLMs really can be. But that's what running a business is, and I won't ever lie about that. It is hard, yes, but know what's harder? Being so broke I couldn't pay my bills. Being so broke I couldn't pay rent, not having a house of my own for my family, having to work all day every day in a job I didn't love just to pay the bills and die. To be on low income and needing assistance and having to admit I couldn't afford my own daughter, to be unable to put food on the table. So is it hard to run a business and go through the ups and downs and see people quit and for a little while be absolutely heartbroken when some of your favorite people in the world all quit at once? Yes, my heart is completely broken. But then I looked at my family and realized that regardless if people leave, I'm still having a baby in February. Blank is still coming home for an entire 18 months because of my hard work, because of our savings I've been able to build us, because of this huge life-changing income. I can't give up because other people do. I have to keep going because life is still going. The point of me sharing this is that when you start a business, you will have people quit. You will have times you believe in people more than they believe in themselves. You will have days that are stressful. But you will also be in complete control of your entire life. And that's exactly what you're about to see me doing. Is this a setback? Yes. Is this breaking my heart? Yes. But it will make me stronger. I will keep going, and I'm going to show everyone that your life, your goals, your family does not and never will rely on others. You can have everyone quit on you sometimes, but guess what? That doesn't mean you quit on your damn self. I got a family to take care of, and the only person in charge of that is me. I got this. I believe in myself. I'll get past this. I'll figure this out. I am confident. You should be too. And that's why if you've ever thought of joining me to make yourself a life-changing income, you'll know you're making the right choice. I'll never leave. The following comment was left on the original post. Oh blank, it's been almost 8 months since my key players, my leaders, the ones who were with me from the start, even a family member left. And when they left, they texted me. I wasn't even worthy of a phone call. It's literally soul-crushing. Now, I don't know, I'm not going to try to be rude here, but there are some people that just don't like calling, myself included, and personally, I would have preferred to text somebody over calling. I don't know if this is just the way the older generation feels about things, but me as a Gen Z, I think that it's totally acceptable to just text somebody about a thing instead of calling them, even if it's like a serious thing. I don't know, that's just me though. Makes you question if they viewed you the same as you do them, or if they just thought you cared because of business. It questions your character, and it's a nasty feeling. I am so sorry you're feeling this. I feel this post in my heart, in my bones, in my soul. I know we already spoke because I love people too, just like you. I care for people, and you're one of the ones I love and adore. But I want to comment and give you some public support and love. I know you will rise from the ashes because at the end of the day, they weren't your why. Their friendship will continue, but it wasn't our why. They may stay family, but they weren't our why. And for me, forgiving them for not respecting or loving me as much as I did them has been the hardest, and it just cuts off. So this is a continuation from the first post. It's an update. Back and better than ever. One major thing I've learned the last few days is that if you're wanting to grow and hit the next level, you cannot back away when you're hit with growing pains. You can shake me up and toss me around and try to take apart what I'm building, but you will never see me crumble. The person who hits the most bumps in the road gets the most no's and see the most problems. Those are also the people trying the hardest, pushing the most, and doing the things. If you never go through tough times trying to get what you want out of life, your dreams aren't big enough. I'll never stop showing people how to change their life and showing them a better way as long as I'm breathing. You aren't ready for where this team is going next. Hashtag there's 3 spots if you want to join. So, as ridiculous as it may sound, I'm sure that losing 3 key people from a team is probably very destructive, I guess, to your quote-unquote business. And I'm putting business in quotation marks because, if we're being honest, it's not a real business. But again, it just puts even more emphasis on the fact that you'll get more profit out of people being underneath you, and when you lose those people, it puts a lot of stress and pressure on you to kind of rebuild your little pyramid, and if you don't, then, well, everything can fall apart. So this is the last update. from the series of posts. I've been trying to find the right words on how to say this, but I guess there is no right way to say this. I've been with It Works for almost 4 years. January would have been my anniversary, but I've decided to close that chapter of my life and open a new one. Many of you have been so supportive already of my new journey, and I'm so thankful from the bottom of my heart. Photography has always been in the back of my mind as something I love to do, but could never do as a profession. It was always a hobby to me, but it wasn't until I realized the best jobs in the world are something you're passionate about, and that is what I am with my photography. I've had so many people reach out about sessions and weddings. It's more than I could have ever dreamed to be. I'm so excited for this new chapter in my life, and I cannot wait to capture all your family's memories. For info on bookings, PM my business page, currently hosting winter minis that are super popular right now. This seems to be a part of the post, but I don't know if it's in the correct order. I was in the same order as the rest of the pictures in that particular thread, so I'm not really sure, but it is a little bit out of place, but I'm going to read it anyways. And this week I went into my therapy session, and it took me back to that realization. I've been afraid to share this full journey because I was still allowing those opinions/judgments around me to run the show. I don't want that to be how it is anymore, which is why I decided to not only share this growth journey in full, the hard days and the good days, meaning that I will be saying goodbye to my network marketing journey. Not because I don't love it, not because I'm swapping companies, not because it doesn't work, not because I don't have a loving and supportive team, but because I need my full attention to be on me, myself, and my mental health journey. I spread myself thin trying to do both and realized that my next journey doesn't involve network marketing, and that's okay. In fact, it's much better than okay because it's taught me so much, and has even brought me the most amazing friendships, such as this one with blank, even though it's a bittersweet goodbye to working together. It's a huge hello to supportive friendships that I've gained with so many amazing and loving people that choose to stand by me on this journey. This was a journey and a half. I feel like I just watched a whole season of a soap opera. Like, I'm just like, oh my god, this was a lot of emotions. I'm glad and so happy that she decided to leave and that she's working on her own thing and that she realized that it was bad for not just her mental health, but apparently her physical health as well. I can't imagine staying in an MLM that's that stressful when you're going to have a baby in a couple of months. Like, that sounds so incredibly draining and just awful. So I'm glad that she left when she did. I hope that everything goes really well for her and that she'll be successful in what she actually loves to do. And I'm glad that even after she left that her team is still supportive of her, because I know a lot of times teams can be really mean and toxic about leaving, and so after you leave they often won't talk to you anymore. So I'm glad that that wasn't the case here. But either way, I think it does show though that even though if you have, you know, a supportive team and a good work ethic and a positive attitude and you just do everything right, that doesn't always mean that you'll succeed in MLMs, because they are literally built for people to fail. And so I think that that is just a really sad aspect of everything, but I'm just glad that she got herself out of that situation, and honestly I'm glad that she's still on good terms with the people that she was in it with, because it would just be really horrible if, you know, they all just left her in the dust. So I'm glad that everything is working out for her and that, you know, everything is going good, because that just really makes me happy. Wow, that was a lot longer than I expected it to be. But that literally took up most of the video. But I'll still add in a few more just so that it can be a proper anti-MLM video. But anyways, let's take a look at this post. I've never used an MLM product that was superior to a store product, but keep telling yourself that they're better. From a I'm looking for a real quality product standpoint, the best thing anyone can do is to buy all the products they normally use through MLMs. Why? Because MLMs literally live or die based on the quality of their products. That is debatable at best. Their stuff is so potent that you can feel the difference. Big corporations just depend on persuasive ads to do their selling. The product itself is usually 80% junk fillers, though. No, I'm not saying that big corporation products are necessarily bad or good, but MLM products aren't usually based off of quality. Usually it's just a filler so that they don't get caught for being a pyramid scheme. And even still, sometimes they do because it's just so obvious with some multi-level marketing companies. So, yeah, sometimes it doesn't even work. LuLaNo's new line of hideous bags. These bags look an awful lot like something I could have bought at Claire's in approximately 2012 to 2014. I understand that everybody has their different tastes and stuff, but personally, I think that they're just kind of ugly. I don't know. I guess it's the combination of the cultural appropriation-y patterns and the tassels and the fake leather. It's hard on the eyes, at least for me, and definitely not my style at all. Although I guess it does kind of go with their, I don't know, Western, sort of Californian, middle-aged soccer mom style. But personally, it does not look very classy or fashionable, in my opinion. I mean, everybody has their different styles, but for me, I just think that they're kind of ugly. I would also like to point out not only that the photos look like they were taken from a rock, but also the fact that somebody in the comments said that these pictures were taken in a basketball court, and there's just some random basketball just lying around in the background, and I just think that that's kind of amusing. Did my boss just try to pitch an MLM to me? My boss sent me a text message out of the blue asking me if I could accept a gift that I could not touch but is very dear to her heart. I replied, "Free advice, lol," and she responded that we would talk about it once I didn't think that she was joking. I didn't bring it up again, but isn't a classic MLM pitch having you agree to listen first? It was just so weird. It's either an MLM or a cult religion in my opinion. Thoughts or similar stories? I don't know, I can't say that I have any similar story to that, but if I'm being honest, it does definitely sound like an MLM pitch to me. I don't know. The idea that it's not something that you can physically touch, but is something very dear to her heart sounds, I don't know, maybe it is an MLM, but it could also very much be some kind of religion thing where she's just like, I want you to join my belief system and we can be in peace together or whatever, and it's just an actual cult. Because I think cults are definitely more prominent than a lot of people realize, but I don't know. I think that it's definitely creepy, that's for sure, and I would not bring it up around her again if I was the OP. The MLM cult at work. A tough lesson I'm learning. Not all people in your life are meant to stay. No matter how much you love them, no matter how kind you are to them, no matter how much you pour into them, people leave, or they block you, defriend you, and they break your heart. It hurts. It eats you up. You think, what did I do? What's wrong with me? But really, it's not about you. It's about them. You're outgrowing people who aren't growing, and that's okay. Sometimes the people you wanted in your whole story are only meant to be in one chapter, to teach you something. Respect the shift, honor the growth, accept it and let it go. As hard as that is, let it go. Now, I don't think that this advice is necessarily bad, But it's kind of hard and honestly a little sad knowing that it's coming from somebody who is in an MLM, because quite honestly, when you join an MLM, there are going to be people who will unfollow you because the posts about the MLM just get very, very annoying. And when you follow somebody because you either know them or you like them, or, you just came across their page at random and thought they were funny and decided to follow them, whatever. And then all of a sudden they start posting, like every post is somehow connected to this one company that you've never heard of, and their product sounds kind of scammy and you don't know why they're always asking you to join them. It's not surprising that some people are just going to unfollow you, even if they're literally like your own family members or your best friends, because it is annoying and it's irritating. And I'm sure those people feel bad when they unfollow you or, tell you not to message them about your MLM. Like, I'm sure that it hurts on both sides, I'm sure. But that's just kind of the reality of, you know, multi-level marketing. Like, a lot of people do find it irritating. And I think that that's really too bad. And I feel bad that this person has people that's unfollowing them and, you know, not being friends with them anymore because of, the stuff that they're doing, because that is sad. But at the same time, I feel like that's something that MLMers need to disclose to people who are joining the company, is that, there are going to be some people that will unfollow you, because I feel like people often aren't prepared for that and it can be really hurtful. But it's just kind of a sad reality in MLMs. Well, anyways, I think that is where I'm going to leave it off for today, because this video is starting to get quite long. But anyways, yeah, I guess if you liked the video, then like it, comment any thoughts, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next video. So yeah, see you later.